So, okay, half diminished. Okay, this half diminished chord sometimes really scares the players. So you can use it in quite a few places. I'll just cover a few things, not everything obviously, but you should really learn to play half diminished arpeggios. It's really useful. I'll show you one arpeggio today. Really simple to play, easy to execute. I mean, it depends on your level. Not for everyone is going to be easy, but if you're familiar with guitar and you can play and your fingers, have a dexterity of moving your fingers, that should be okay with you. So this arpeggio on the 5th fret, I'm going to be based on the 5th fret on a D half diminished arpeggio. That's the arpeggio, but it's nicely structured. So I'll break it down quickly. So easy to play because it has some repeated structures. It has like 2 notes on one string, 1 note on next string, 2 notes on another string, and then 1 note. So 2 notes, 1, 2 notes, 1, 2 notes. Yeah, so easier to pick that way. All right, and some hammer-ons, some pull-offs, which makes it easier to play also. So the arpeggio is right here. So starting from the 5th fret on the A string, so 5th, 8th, then D string, 6th fret. G string 5 and 7, B string 6, and finally E string 4 and 8. So I'm doing some kind of like economy picking, whatever, or like sweeping if you want. So plucking only down strokes when I'm going up ascending, so I'm going like downstroke, 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 downstroke. Yeah, and in between, if the same note and there's a note on there's 2 notes on one string, I'm doing a hammer on, down, down, hammer on, down, down, hammer on. Well, and the same way, basically just like a reverse going backwards. Upstroke, hammer on, pull off, upstroke, pull off, upstroke, upstroke, pull off, upstroke, upstroke, pull off. Right. Really easy to play, really comfortable to play. One position only. I'm not showing all the other positions as possible to do, but just that position. You should practice at that position, that one fingering only, quite a few times until it gets under your fingers. Okay. For example, I'll give you one example, like 2-5-1 progression in C minor, yeah? So like a blue bossa tune, you know blue bossa? So that's the beginning, like some blue bossa. So that kind of like the middle part of blue bossa, not the actual middle part, but somewhere in the middle there. So 2-5-1, yeah. So it's D half diminished, G altered, and then C9 or C6-9, probably more. That's more of the chord that you should be playing there. Anyway, so half diminished, you can actually do that on half diminished on each of these chords. Yeah, it kind of works. I'm probably not going to cover the whole thing why it works, but you could do D half diminished in one position, which is for the D half diminished chord. But when it goes to the G7 chord, you could do F half diminished. And when it goes to the root, C minor, 6, C minor, C6, 7, 6, 9, C minor, 6, 9, you could play A half diminished. Well, let me pre-record these 3 chords and see how it sounds, okay? See if I can play that speed. I'm not sure if you can hear it. Maybe I'll do like a longer loop so you can hear the actual interaction of the chord. I can play it maybe twice. Repeat the names. That's a D half diminished, F, and A half diminished for the C chord, yeah? So D half diminished for D chord, G dominant, F, and then C, you play A minor. Yeah, it works pretty well. And obviously what you can do, you can play this chord for the first chord and then move the same shape up the minor third, which is F half diminished, and whilst playing this, somebody maybe play that root for you, for the like a bass player or something. And then when you go to the C minor, you can play this shape. So let's see if it works. I'm just gonna like play it over my loop, which has chords already. So if it's gonna work, it's gonna work. Well, I haven't tried it yet. See, it's nice. Nice, works perfectly. So same shape. So you can do the same thing with arpeggios. Okay, so that's minor chord, altered chord, minor 6 chord. One shape for the 3 chords. Wow, that's pretty good. That's a good reason actually to learn this one. To learn half diminished arpeggios. I was actually neglecting that for many years. I would never go into that field. Okay, so another thing, just let me do another thing. I can't leave it like that. It should be one more thing. Probably more than that, but you know, I'm just gonna cover one kind of essential thing. So for example, you have blues. I'm gonna do this funky blues. B flat funky blues. Wow, what's that? Works perfectly, half diminished, D half diminished. Here we go. Yeah, so another reason to learn it. I mean, so you can use half diminished arpeggio over dominant chord, over the half diminished, over minor 6, 6, 9, or like a minor chord, and also, what was the last one? Over dominant, I said it, yeah, dominant, half diminished, altered, and minor 6 chord. Very useful to learn, so you should really try and learn it, and try to practice it in different places. That's the most important bit. Same looking arpeggio, not changing anything in your fingering, but just moving around the neck. That's really useful and quick way of learning it, especially like in the cycle of fifths. Try it in the cycle of fifths, for example. F, B flat, E flat, A, and then just, but you know, in same position like I'm saying. That's it. That's enough. 9 minutes of this one is pretty long. I should have done like a shorter one, but anyway, hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.